So Tom Brady retired, blah, 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 greatest of all time, 7 Super Bowls, 10 appearances, blah, 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 blah. But again, it's always about us. What does this mean for me? And how does this affect the Minnesota Fighting Vikings? Well, apparently, allegedly, the Vikings never beat Tom Brady, which is just uber depressing. Even though, yes, the Vikings were in different conferences throughout most of his career before he came to Tampa Bay, so they very rarely squared off. But talk to me about the Bills, the Dolphins, and the Jets for a number of years against Brady and the Patriots. So it's whatever there. But the Vikings are allegedly 0-6. Brady, throughout his time, put up 12 touchdowns, 2 picks. Had a 109.7 quarterback rating. So he had a 100-plus quarterback rating in all of the games, the 6 starts that he had against the Vikings. But other than that, now, full disclosure, this is how I spend a lot of my time in the offseason. Well, in the season too, where just going back and looking at old box scores. It's hilarious to me. So 2002, the Patriots coming off their first Super Bowl win. They don't win 2 in a row because the Bucs won in 2002 with John Gruden and whatnot, beating the Raiders, his former team. But the Vikings fall at Gillette Stadium, formerly Foxborough. Well, no, they had their new stadium by then because I remember 2001 was the final game. The Tuck Rule game was the last game at Foxborough Stadium. So the Vikings lost 24-17, but it was not as close as the final score indicates. So the Patriots got up 21-0, and then Dwayne Bates and Kelly Campbell, coming back strong, baby. Vikings eventually lost 24-17. Gary Anderson still sticking around. But just some of these names I love, like Dante from back in the day, 24-49 for 272 and 2. Got sacked 4 times. So even though Dante had some mobility, I mean, that offensive line was still Garbaggio. Tale as old as time. Michael Bennett, Mo Williams, pride of Kentucky, running things. Kelly Campbell with the TD as they're hanging on Randy Moss, future Patriot great. Whatever. The Patriots there. But then the Vikings with Chris Hovan, Corey Chavis, Greg Biekert. Greg Biekert was the guy who fell on the Brady fumble, by the way, from the Tuck Rule game, which is kind of funny. Eric Kelly, Brian Williams. Man, this takes it back. Jack Brewer, Tyrone Carter, Brian Russell. Woo! It's fantastic, man. This is good stuff. Next. All right, so the Vikings, then they got lit up 31-7 at the Dome by the Patriots. What year was this? 2006. So they had won their 3 Super Bowls, and they're coming in. I don't remember this game, and I usually remember a lot of things. It's like, in general, guys remember stupid stuff. Like I can remember like Priest Home fantasy football stats from back in the day, or Kelly Campbell stats at Georgia Tech. But ask me what my kid's birthday is. I don't know. It's probably priorities that are messed up. Anyways, Vikings lose 31-7. Thank you for not making 38-7. Brad Childress, Chile, first year. Oh, Mike Tomlin was defensive coordinator, wasn't he? Yeah, Monday Night Football, day before Halloween. So I'm sure that there was some costumes there. There you go. How the Vikings end up that year? Doesn't matter. But, I mean, the Vikings were 4-3 rolling into this game. So it should have been kind of a good one. But they got lit up. Mewelde Moore took one to the house on a punt return, so they scored 0 offensive points. That's super depressing, man. But yeah, Tom Brady. Oh, we picked him off at least 372 and 4, and this is before they picked up Randy Moss and really had that 2007 offense. But they're still pretty damn good. It's Brad Johnson and Brooks Bollinger splitting things up. Mewelde Moore did some good things. It's back when they had Bethel Johnson, who also played on the Patriots. Chester Taylor, Andrew Spinner, Troy Williamson and Travis Taylor, Jermaine Wiggins, former Patriot. Man, this is super depressing. Now you see how the Vikings ended up with the number 7 overall pick and took Adrian. But on defense, they had Vrabel, Chad Scott from back in the day, Tully Banta Kane, let's go. Richard Seymour, Asante Samuel, love it. Vikings, Sharper, E.J. Henderson, Dwight Smith. I remember Dwight Smith. Winfield, that's right. Kevin and Pat Williams. How did they put up 31 and we had the Williams wall? I don't understand it, man. Then Well, they didn't get Jared Allen to 2008. Maybe that's it. And then they're at Gillette Stadium 2010. Brad Childress again before things went sideways. This was the Randy Moss after the trade from the Patriots. So Randy Moss literally played at Gillette again. So that's really weird. It's just so weird. It's Bert Favre. Yeah. Randy Moss had 1 catch for 8 yards on 2 targets. Brett Favre was in there. T-Jack was in mop-up duty. It really was duty, that type of game. The law firm, Ben Jarvis Green Ellis, put up a $112 and 2 on the Vikings. Great. Danny Woodcock. Just kidding, Woodhead. Look up that Joe Theismann clip. Danny Woodcock. It's pretty hilarious. Hernandez. Deion Branch was there. Deion Branch was back for the first time. Then for the Vikings, Greenway, Hussein Abdullah, who I always thought was super underrated, the pride of Washington State. Jared Allen, Chris Cook, Medea Williams, Walter Payton Man of the Year, Medea Williams. High price free agent from Cincinnati, Medea Williams, who didn't work out. Eric Frampton. Ooh, baby, I love your way. Jamarcus Sanford, who I always had issue with, even though seems like a solid dude. Ben Lieber is there. Ray Edwards. Boxing champion Ray Edwards. Come on. B-Rob. Let's go, man. And then there'll be 2014. Yeah, so this was at TCF. This was the game right after Adrian got suspended, wasn't it? Or put on the commissioner's exempt list. But the Patriots came in and rolled 30-7. Oh, this is the Matt Castle Bowl too, wasn't it? Yeah, Matt Castle, former Tom Brady backup. Castle threw 4 interceptions. Yeah, Brady didn't have to do much today. Stephen Ridley and Vereen. It's good times, man. But yeah, so Asiata filling in for Adrian. McKinnon was in the mix. Cordero was the leading receiver for 4 for 56 on 7. Rudy got his work. Red Ellison, Greg Jennings. Thielen before he was Thielen. Jay Wright. Oh, yeah, this is the year that the Patriots had Revis. Come on, man. But, yeah, Tom Johnson, Jasper Brinkley leading the way with tackles. Greenway, Anthony Barr, his rookie year. Xavier Rhodes, year 2. Captain Munderland coming over. Oh, yeah, this is the second game of Zimmer. All right, so the Vikings in 2014, they won the debut against the St. Louis Rams. Just lit them up, man, and then they came home. So this is the home debut for Zim. It did not work out. Whatever. So it'd be 2018, right? All right, so 2018 at Gillette, late window. What week was this? It doesn't matter. But the Patriots win 24-10. This is with Kirk Cousins in tow. Yeah, so Thielen caught a touchdown. Oh, Dan Bailey, Diamond Dan Bailey was in here. Oh, Josh Gordon, one of the few times he wasn't suspended, was in the mix here. Yeah, but Kirk, 32 of 44, 201. How do you have 44 attempts and 201 yards passing? That's impossible. That's literally statistically impossible. Had 2 interceptions. Dalvin and Latavius were running things. So you got Diggs. Aldrick Robinson. I forgot about him. Aldrick Robinson was like a part-time player. He got 5 touchdowns. Treadwell got his. Cool. Feeling all up in there. Yeah, Brady for 24, 32 for 311. Amber is the color of your energy. On defense. So now we're starting to get like what this defense was like good. Kendricks, Harris, Linval, Barr, and Daniil Everson at the height of their powers. Man, I miss these guys. Harrison was doing things. Holton Hill, Pride of Texas, hook him. Yeah, back when they had Sheldon, should have brought him back, man. Should have brought him back. But and then lastly, you got the Bucs game, which I still have issue with this one. This one was very questionably officiated. The Vikings essentially had a pick 6 by Gladney, rest in power, taken away before the half. And also, they called pass interference on a Hail Mary before the half, which you never see, or defensive holding, one of the two. It was just complete foobar. It was complete BS. And Dalvin was looking good in the first half. Like, Dalvin ended up with 22 carries for 102 and a touchdown. Most of that was in the first half. I mean, because the Bucs, were this big, bad number 1 defense in the league at the time, and the Vikings were running the ball rampant on them in the first half, but then they got away from it. Amir Abdullah was in that mix. Mike Boone, marvelous Mike Boone. Irv Smith was the leading receiver. He had that touchdown. Gronklin is in there. JJ, rookie season. Yeah. kind of weird, man. Defensively, oh yeah, I remember Todd Davis was good, bro. Todd Davis was a tackling machine. How come they didn't retain him? Oh well. Let's see. Wilson, Dantzler was in there. Afadi, our guy. I mean, it's just crazy how much this team has changed in 3 years. Jordan Brailford, remember when he was a thing? Hercules Mataafa, bad Mataafa. Harrison Hand, should still have him. But Antoine Winfield Jr., his rookie year, yeah, we didn't need him at all. Led the team in tackles. Won a Super Bowl. But, yeah, the fix was in this one. But overall, it's whatever. I mean, Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time. Some of these games, the Vikings just basically just shot themselves in the foot. But is what it is. But yeah, glad we could play just a small role in the greatness that is Tom Brady. Whatever. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. The Vikings never beat Tom Brady. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.